tough loss to take, Justin, because you started so well, so you sorted out the starts, and then again you responded in the fourth quarter with 2.5 minutes to go. You're up 6 in a winning position. How do you sum it up?
Yeah, it's a frustrating one. Like, it's a tough place, tough environment to play in, and we've enjoyed some really good battles against Tassie in these last 5 games we've had for sure, and we always know it's going to come down to the stretch. So how great could we be in execution and own our moments? And yeah, like, there's stuff there we've got to go back and look at. We had a couple of boys go down with niggles, and so we have to shorten rotations, and I felt like we kind of lost our rhythm having to play guys too many minutes in a longer stint there. But full credit to how we came out. Definitely like how we started this game. It's just the second quarter. I thought the ball stuck and we hurt ourselves there. Didn't reward ourselves at the foul line. Gave them too many second chance points. Like, there's a lot of controllables there. So, the thing that is front of mind for me is we get to turn around quick on Sunday, go back home, take on Perth, and that's the best thing for us right now, is just to keep trying to grow the good things that we did tonight.
First things first, what about the man next to you? We've seen him do that a couple of games now this season, but when he took over in that fourth quarter, it looked like he was going to take you to a victory. What did you make of his night?
Yeah, I always want more from him in it. We see it every day in practice, and to me, it's not just about how well he shot the ball. It's what he did at the defensive end. To get 5 steals and really try and wear guys down. I mean, Milton Doyle was exceptional tonight, and full credit to him. But whatever body we threw at, like, we felt Dre really was able to impact him in some key moments. And that's the part we love about him, is he's a two-way player, and we know we can play our offense through him, and we know what we're going to get.
As we've talked about, a lot of games this season you've been playing catch-up, and it takes so much energy. Any thoughts on what you did right tonight to get up to the start that you did?
I think we're ready to start putting more consistency into our play. Like, we see it in our practice environment. We've had this constant part of 2.5, maybe 3 quarters of good basketball. It's the 4 quarters that we've got to get to, and so I think every game we've had these moments where we feel really good about it, but there's definitely parts that we've still got to grow and still get better on, and that's where we need to just keep pounding away, keep doing our work, and trusting the process to get to where we want to go. There's plenty of talent in this group that can get it done, and we just need to keep leaning into the consistency part of our game.
You'll have to go back and watch the tape, obviously, but your immediate thoughts on the last 2.5 minutes. It's not quite as simple as Milton Doyle just took over the game, but it is a little bit. I mean, what's your immediate thoughts on those last couple of minutes?
Yeah, like, our controllables of, our execution wasn't as on point as what we would have liked. We tried to funnel things to a certain area. We didn't get that quite done. And then, separations to let Milt get his shot off. Again, tough assignment, like, it's not an easy one. But, the thing that we'll look at is what was the controllables and how we execute. Did we get the types of shots we wanted? Did we get the appropriate amount of time for those shots? They're the things that we'll really look at.
Keandre, how are you feeling straight after that game?
Tough game. Definitely don't feel too well, but I feel like we did a lot of great things in this game. Obviously a tough loss, very hard-fought game, but just go back to the drum board and have like a next game mentality.
No, you're right. There was a couple of times during the game, like I said to Justin, where it looked like you didn't have the game won. You started the game so well, and then you hit those big shots in the fourth quarter. How do you, I guess, mix up the good things that you did, but also know that you still aren't quite putting together that 40 minutes that you're looking for?
Basketball is a game of runs. We hit them first, then they hit us, and then we came back and hit them, then they hit us again. So basketball is a game of runs. Just kind of keep staying together, keep executing, going to the drawing board, listening to coach game plan, working on things we need to get better at, and just stand together and just keep at it.
We saw it in the first game of the season in Perth, where you were able to shoot your team back into a game, and it's almost like the tougher the situation the team's in, the more likely you are to make the big shots and the tough shots. How much do you like having the ball in your hands at those big moments?
I enjoy it a lot. My teammates find me, get a hot hand. Then I can shoot the ball really well. Then I do a lot of good things with the basketball in my hand. So just hats off to my teammates always finding me and getting me to my spots and just having confidence to knock them shots down.
How important is it to also be affecting the game at the defensive end? 5 steals tonight as well. Is that important, where you're not just a shooter, but you're having impact in more ways on the game than just that?
Yeah, I definitely want to be a two-way player. I always want to be a two-way player. I have the physical capability to do a lot of great things on defense with physical length and just defense IQ. So try to hang my hat on being aggressive on defense and offense to be a two-way player for us.
Short turnaround now, first time playing back-to-back games all season. What are your thoughts now on getting back home, Keandre, and taking on the Wildcats on Sunday?
I like it. Quick turnaround, not too much to hang our hat on this game, just a quick turnaround. Another game, super fast, just to work on things we need to do. Quick turnaround, not to really think too much about the loss and try to go back on our home and stay together and get a win on our home floor.
Justin, did anyone get hurt to the point tonight where they might be in doubt, do you think, for Sunday?
Yeah, both Deng and Casey, we need to assess them and see where they're at. So too early to really tell. I mean, they shut Deng down, so that one's probably less likely than likely, but we won't know fully till tomorrow morning.
Was that his same groin again, or was it something else?
Honestly, don't know fully yet.
Okay. You should get Toby back. Has he become a father yet? Have you heard?
Yeah, he did. He was lucky to go through that yesterday with his partner Hannah. We couldn't be happier for them. And if a player's going to miss a game, we'd much rather it be for that than injury. So, no, excited for him and their new little family. Boys were ribbing him that he was born in Australia, so not a Kiwi-born boy, but no, very excited for him.
No, absolutely. Just lastly, thoughts on the Wildcats now on Sunday?
Yeah, well, I mean, they're obviously into their game now, and we'll have a look at that. But quick turnarounds for us is always about, looking internal and worrying more about who we are and what we want to be. And, that was the message straight after the game is no one's dropping their head. Like, it's a frustrating loss, but we know that we lost playing well. And so if we can double down on the things we did well, do it for longer, consistent periods, then we feel pretty good about going home and getting to face them for the first time this year.
Thanks very much, guys.
Thank you.
That's it. Beautiful.
Hang on. Can I get a couple in quick? Oh. Justin, sorry mate.
No worries.
Hey, it's Nick Randall, how are you?
Good, mate.
Yeah, good stuff, mate. Hey, just on, I guess, a bit of a trend that I've noticed from your boys is, and it kind of played out a bit tonight as well, is you had 31 in the first, 32 in the fourth, and then 29 combined through Q2 and 3, and it's kind of happened 3 or 4 times through this season. Is that something that you're cognizant of, and what do you, I guess, how are you trying to get closer to that 40-minute effort from your boys?
Yeah, I mean, if we talk about offense first, like the ball sticks with us and our scoring rate dips significantly, and I thought Tassie got really physical in that period. We didn't handle that too well. It took us too long to go generate the types of looks and opportunities we want. We had to sit some guys that we knew this was going to be a 4-quarter game, so we didn't want anyone to really carry 3 fouls into the half, and so some guys sit a little bit longer than probably what we wanted as well. In the third quarter, I thought really poor job by us as a staff to call a coach challenge when we knew it was genuinely like a 50-50, not guaranteed to go our way. Thought it was a moment that if we get that, now the momentum's all our way, and so looking at those internal things is what we need to do first. And we know we can hold teams to winnable scores, right? It's our scoring rate, that often is our challenge right now, and that's what we've got to continue to look at.
Immediately when I saw that foul, I saw a challenge straight away. What did the ref say? Why it was upheld? Like, what was the reasoning behind that? Can you give us some insight into that?
I didn't really get the explanation to the point that I like, so I kind of just moved on to the next part. Like, this is a place, an environment where you can't get caught up on what doesn't go your way. You got to move on to what's next, and so that was my mindset. I think the officials get it right 90% of the time, just like we do as players and coaches. You know, there's always going to be a 10% where it can be 50-50, and you either make the right call and it goes your way or it doesn't. So we're not going to, you know, hang our heads too low on that. But, you know, for us as a group, that moment turned into a double negative, and that's the part that I'm looking at, is that how can we control what we do next when something doesn't go our way?
Yeah, being able to move on. You talked about the quick turnaround and the crack at Perth, and obviously focusing on yourselves, but can you talk a little bit about the challenge at Perth, I guess, in your full strength price starting tonight? You know, you haven't had a crack at them this year. What are you know, what sort of challenge do they pose, and where do you see your guys can get an advantage?
Yeah, look, they're a different group when Bryce is there versus how they've been playing. So, you know, it's always a unique one when a player comes back in, and there needs to be a focus to that. But it's not too dissimilar to Tassie in the sense that, you know, there's talented players that you've got to take care of, but then you've also got to worry about how your home-based D can really take care of things from start to end. So that's where we start, is look at the defensive end, and then we'll go look at what areas we can find an offensive advantage. But, you know, really doubleheader weekend, quick turnaround, like it may sound like a cliche, but it's really about us. Like, how do we continue to grow where we're at? You know, we know we're the least number of games played by FIBA windows, so we don't want to get too far back on it. We need to go home and turn this result around to a win, and give ourselves, you know, still a running chance once those games come thick and fast.
And mate, you get through that, and then you got a couple of boys off on Boomers duties. Is that, you know, I guess, you know, you'd be pretty excited for that, to see your boys, you know, wear the green and gold?
Absolutely, and Tyrell representing New Zealand as well. We'll have 4 guys representing. So, yeah, like, we want to be a club where we can help guys continue to get those opportunities and progress forward. And, yeah, really excited for them. I think, you know, Nordo's had a great year to date, and I think it's a great reward for him. Obviously, Rocco getting an opportunity for the future, and then Bano getting the call up there, you know, is something that we know will continue to get him some extra reps, you know, with the late start that he had being out with injury. And then, you know, Tyrell, you know, we know how talented that guy can be, and now he gets to go do it for his country, which is a great thing.
And mate, have you had a chance to have a chat with the Iceman yet, or will that happen when he comes over?
No, looking forward to him coming over. It's D-Mac's idol, so I think D-Mac will push me out of the way to have a chat. But no, really exciting for our club. I mean, this is who we are becoming as a club. Is there's a lot of positives in and around the things that are happening. We just got to continue to get the product on the floor right. And, you know, again, we know we're not a finished product yet, so excited for where we'll end up by the end of this year.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Is that it now?
Anything, anyone else on the call? All good.
Beautiful. Thanks.